علاء الدين الحريري رئيسا لمجلس الوزراء.
Good afternoon. You're watching the English newscast here on Future Television. At least 14 civilians were killed and several others wounded in a series of barrel bomb attacks on rebel-held areas in the Syrian capital. Lebanon's parliament is preparing to hold 3 consecutive sessions this week to discuss the government's vote of confidence. And tributes are pouring in as pop superstar George Michael dies peacefully at home, aged 53, from a suspected heart failure. At least 14 civilians have been killed and several others wounded in a series of barrel bomb attacks on rebel-held areas near the Syrian capital, Damascus. Activists say Syrian government airstrikes targeted the town of Wadi Barada, northwest of the capital, injuring dozens of people, including several children. The Syrian regime reportedly intensified its assault on the town, according to videos posted on social media by opposition groups. The White Helmets, a team rescuing people from bombed-out houses, said a number of people were trapped under the rubble following the heavy bombardment. Lebanon's parliament is preparing to hold 3 consecutive sessions this week to discuss the government's vote of confidence, expected to garner confidence majority due to its composition that brought together most of the political spectrum. Kuwaiti Al-Rai Daily says the parliament will convene on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday to discuss ministerial statement of Prime Minister Saad Hariri's government. The ministerial panel, composed of 7 ministers, was tasked to draft the statement last Wednesday. It was able to endorse it in a time record of only 2 sessions, after which the cabinet convened and approved it. It will be referred to Parliament Speaker Nabih Berri and discussed at Parliament. A fire nearly destroyed the iconic Christmas tree in the Lebanese city of Byblos, north of Beirut. State media reported that the blaze was sparked by an electrical fault caused by storms and lightning. Firefighters from the Civil Defense Center in Byblos rushed to put out the fire, ensuring that the tree suffered only limited damage. Each year, Byblos erects a spectacular Christmas tree, often earning the city international attention for its holiday spirit. This year's tree was included in the Huffington Post international list of the most breathtaking, inspiring Christmas trees of 2016. The tree also earned a mention in Condé Nast Traveler's 2016 list of the best Christmas trees in the world. And coming up next, Russia is still searching for victims of the military plane crash in the Black Sea. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has summoned the U.S. ambassador to Israel over a resolution condemning settlements on Palestinian territories. The summon on Sunday came hours after envoys of all other UN Security Council members were asked to appear before the Foreign Ministry following the UN vote. Dan Shapiro, who was excluded from earlier summons targeting 14 UNSC member states, was called to discuss the U.S. decision to abstain, which enabled the adoption of the resolution. Ahead of the vote, Netanyahu had called on the U.S. to block the text. The resolution demands Israel immediately and completely seize all settlements activities in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem. It says settlements have no legal validity and are dangerously imperiling the viability of the 2-state solution. Russian investigators do not regard a terrorist act as one of the main theories behind the crash of a military plane in the Black Sea. All 84 passengers and 8 crew members on board the plane operated by the Russian military are believed to have died when it crashed 2 minutes only after taking off in good weather from the southern Russian city of Sochi on Sunday morning. Following the crash, Russia launched a search operation that involved more than 45 ships and 3,500 people, including 135 divers flown in from across Russia. sweeping a vast crash site at sea and along the shore, according to the Defense Ministry. The search party, however, has not yet found the plane's black boxes. And moving on to the Philippines, a powerful typhoon has killed at least 4 people before passing over the capital, Manila. Typhoon Nocten, known locally as Nina, has made landfall on the eastern island province of Catanduan on Christmas Day. It reportedly moved westward, packing winds of up to 240 kilometers per hour, according to government forecasters. Tens of thousands of villagers were displaced as the typhoon cut power to 5 provinces at the height of the storm. Pop singer George Michael, who had numerous hits with the group Wham in the 1980s and later as a solo artist, has died at his home in England, aged 53. Michael's manager, Michael Lipman, said the cause of death was heart failure. But before Lipman's announcement, police had issued a statement calling Michael's death unexplained but not suspicious. Diane Hodges reports.
British singer George Michael launched his career while still a teenager as part of the pop duo Wham in the 1980s. They quickly became a hit with songs like Wake Me Up Before You Go Go and Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart. But after they broke up, Michael went on to become a successful solo artist.
I did 3 years with the Greatest Hits thing, and this is really about my voice.
He won numerous awards during his decades-long career and sold more than 100 million albums. In 2011, he was hospitalized for treatment of pneumonia, but earlier this month he was reported to be working on a new album. Now, Michael is reported by the BBC, citing his publicist, to have died peacefully at his home. He was 53.
Fans of the British singer George Michael, who died on Christmas Day, were drawn to his London home to mourn his passing. Flowers, candles, and handwritten notes were left outside his house in the affluent Hampstead area of the capital. Many celebrities, including Madonna, Elton John, Paul McCartney, and Ellen DeGeneres, expressed shock and sadness after hearing the news of the British pop singer's death, which comes at the end of a year that has seen the passing of several popular music giants, including David Bowie, Prince, and Leonard Cohen. Today we end our bulletin with a tribute to George Michael. Here are a few of his top tracks. Enjoy.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my
There goes another legend. This marks the end of our bulletin for today. Now for a reminder of our top stories. At least 14 civilians were killed and several others wounded in a series of barrel bomb attacks on rebel-held areas near Damascus. Lebanon's parliament is preparing to hold 3 consecutive sessions this week to discuss the government's vote of confidence. And pop superstar George Michael dies peacefully at home, aged 53, from the suspected heart failure. Tributes are pouring in. Those are your top stories for this Monday. I'm Linda Tamim, and I'll be seeing you again tomorrow with more updates. Tune in.
سعد الدين الحريري رئيسا لمجلس الوزراء